What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to break down two common issues I see for those that are working to achieve their fitness goals. And this is very applicable right now if it's January 1st, just whatever, a few days ago it was. And we have a lot of those that have made New Year's resolutions, which power to you if you made New Year's resolution. Now is as good as any time to be getting started or re-getting involved to be reaching your fitness goals. So that's my motivation for making the video is a lot are getting into fitness right now or that are recommitting to working on their fitness goals. Okay. And again, to reiterate, my name is Nick, and I specialize in helping with driven business owners and busy professionals that need to balance reaching their fitness goals, such as gaining muscle, gaining strength, losing fat, preferably doing this all together with the kind of approaches I have, which are really geared for more of an even keel approach as well as a main gaining approach. I specialize in helping those kinds of individuals do that. I've got my Calendly in the description. And you can also see some of the prior people I've helped in another video I'm linking as well. You can check those out in the description. If you want to work with me or want to explore working with me on a call, you can book in through my Calendly. All right, let's get right into this. So, guys, um, again, I'm covering this now as we have a lot of folks that have made New Year's resolutions recently and they want to work to get in the best shape of their lives, whatever, lose fat, lose weight, gain muscle, just look and feel better, or maybe just have more of input related goals, just they just want to work out more often and eat better. Okay, awesome. Power to you if that's you or if you've made a New Year's resolution. This is applicable for you now, even if you haven't made a New Year's resolution, if you're just have been actively working for some time and are just struggling, this is applicable for you as well. If you're having a problem in overall terms of just balance with getting your workouts in around everything else you have to do, such as business, work, your career, and family life, family friends, and everything you got to get do, just your general busy schedule. Okay, so this is applicable for you as well if you haven't set a New Year's resolution. Okay, I'd say this time around, right around the start of the New Year's, kind of what motivated me to do this is these are the two pitfalls I see people getting into with not only with New Year's resolutions, but a lot in general with why people have problems with reaching their fitness goals. Okay, I'd say this is very most applicable for New Year's resolutioners, though. Okay, first one is getting involved with too much too soon. Okay, the way this can look like examples on the workout side, instead of getting started a few days a week, trying to go to the gym every single day instead of just doing enough that you're conditioned for currently with maybe 30 minutes up to no more than an hour of a workout, trying to work out for like over an hour or just overdoing it, trying to be lifting weights for 30 to 45 minutes and trying to do cardio for another hour. Just getting involved too much too soon. It could be with too many days in the gym, too long of workouts. It could be with just getting into exercises, like maybe more complicated things like squats and deadlifts and just barbell movements or whatever type of movements that is just too much for you to do up front, too much weight up front, trying to do too many reps. You get into a program maybe that you saw online or something, and it's just a little bit too much for you with the overall intensity. Could be with loads, exercise, the specific exercises being programmed, whatever. With food, this could be you're just trying to follow something that's like too strict of a diet to start. It could be one of the specific diets that's out there, or just something that you've kind of come up with yourself where it's just too restrictive. You're not eating any of the foods you like. It's got too much of foods you do not like in it, and you basically what happens, you can't follow it. It's not sustainable. Whether those be the workout examples I gave you or the nutrition examples, it's not sustainable, and that you can't stick to it, and you just can't create a new habit. Because this stuff with fitness, you got to have habits with working out regularly in a way that you can fit it into your schedule. With nutrition, things that you are going to be effective towards reaching your goals and that you can follow, and that are also helpful and not just merely going to get you quick results, but are actually going to get you sustained results because you can follow them, you enjoy the foods you eat, and it's actually helpful where your macronutrients and the way you're eating is part of a balanced diet. Okay, not just something geared to get you quick results. All right, and and to start, like, you don't need super extreme stuff to start. You don't, you can do a few days a week of workouts to start, maybe even only two, if if you're really not that conditioned, or if it's just that's really all that's just going to be helpful enough for you just to get into the habit of just going a couple times a week. Same thing with the food. You don't need a crazy diet to start. No one really ever does unless they really have extreme type of athletic pursuit endeavors, like with bodybuilding contests, trying to get into photo shoot shape, stuff like that. We don't need to be doing that stuff. Okay. So again, you don't need so much, you don't need to go so extreme or do so much to start. And even serious athletes, a lot of the times, train 3 or 4 days a week. More is not always more. Sometimes less is more. More is not always better. Okay. It's especially applicable for those of you that are starting, those of you that are just struggling to stick to something. Okay. Okay, number two now is, and this number two can be related with number one as well, but number two is not giving enough time to see results. Some people are in the gym. It could be the time frame could be a week, hopefully not just a week, but it could be a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, and maybe there's no progress at all. Like especially in the case like a week or two, you're barely getting your feet wet at that time frame, or maybe even someone's at it for a month or two, and if they're just not seeing enough progress, they're they're stopping already. They just get discouraged and stop. A lot of people just don't have a real strong willpower, and no one wants to do something and not get any results at all. But the time frames with fitness in terms of when you hit goals, it doesn't just happen like right away. You can make small incremental progress, but everyone's a little different, and obviously you got to be doing enough of the right things as well. It doesn't always have to be more, but you got to be doing things smart enough to see results as well. Okay, so it's really a thing of impatience. This happens when people stop when they don't see progress quick enough. Could be a problem too if they don't know what's reasonable progress to be made. So just per body physiology science, they believe that you are technically capable to be gaining between half a pound to a pound of muscle a week, but it doesn't get sustained for a long period of time. I mean, if someone experienced gains like 3 to 5 pounds of muscle in a year, that's very good. Someone not so experienced gaining like 8 to 10 pounds, sometimes even more pounds of like lean muscle in a year is very good. So you put those numbers together, and even the body physiology of science will admit gaining like a pound or two of muscle a month is quite good. There are limits with that. Losing fat is a quicker process than gaining muscle, but it still is there's limits per what body physiology science tells us. With you can lose a pound to 2 pounds of fat per week, but then again, if you're losing like 2 pounds to 4 pounds of fat per month, that's pretty good. There's a lot more variance with that because there's just this potential to that we have a lot of people that are very overweight and stuff. But still, like it's going to depend where you are as well. Like someone who's really really skinny could potentially gain muscle and gain the right kind of weight they want with muscle and building up their glycogen stores and stuff, and a little bit of fat gain that could help them really if they're that skinny. And losing fat, you see the people that lose just crazy amounts of fat because they have a ton to lose, versus if you're more in that normal range, um, and you're just you're a little bit overweight or you're a little softer than you want to be or whatnot, there's still there is higher potential for greater fat loss, and there are things that can be achieved, but still it varies by individual, and the closer you are to where you want to be, where you should be, the slower it is. Now, guys, with both of these that we've, so bottom line is, you got to give enough time, but also to see results, but also that you have to. There is something that you can use to combat both of these, and that really is kind of where a solution comes in. All right, there's a solution for each of these to help ensure that these do not happen. Basically, it's a proactive solution. Okay. And that's with having the right knowledge, knowing what to do, so that way you do enough to start without not overdoing it to start. Okay. When you get started with working out, you have a good plan of whether it be 2 or 3, maybe tops 4 days a week of workouts to start. Okay. And you have a good plan where you're comfortable that you're getting the most out of it as you can, whether you're in a position to be getting a pretty crazy good result up front, or you're in a position based on just your starting point and based on just really other factors that everyone's a little different how quickly they progress, but you're comfortable with the stuff that you're doing. You're getting as good of a result as you can reasonably. Okay. And that kind of solution is knowledge. Okay. And it could be with you learning this stuff, going through and learning stuff yourself by looking at random things online. Or maybe you have good trustworthy sources that you can trust and you learn from them. That, or hiring a coach is another option, i.e., such as myself, okay, or another coach. All right, someone that suits with your personality style and that just their story resonates with you and that specializes in what you're looking to do. Okay, so I can certainly be that person. Again, my Calendly is below, and this individual is going to make sure you stay on track and make sure you don't fall off track for either of these reasons, with not giving enough time or with just making sure that you're doing something that you can stick to and that's sustainable for you. Okay, and then that comes down to with setting up the workout and nutrition programs properly up front, where they know, we know how much it is you need to be doing to be getting started, to be seeing results, and we plan it with you and talk to you and do assessment work with you. At least I do. I don't know what other coaches do with assessment work. Some of them just throw you into their programs and just are more babysitters and just accountability buddies. No, for me, I actually coach, and I really would call it consulting what I do too. But I teach you knowledge, but to do that, I do assessment work up front to see what it is that we need to be doing for you that's going to help you get results and what can you stick to up front based on your time and your schedule constraints. Okay, so that's my shameless plug for this video. I'm giving you knowledge too. Stuff isn't rocket science. You can figure it out yourself. Someone like me or someone qualified, someone that cares, is going to help you to put the pieces together faster than what most of you can figure on your own. Okay, guys, that's what I got today. Thanks for tuning in. And hey, those of you that are working on your fitness goals, whether it be New Year's resolution or not, hey, you got this. Keep going. Um, Again, another video is linked if you want to see some of the results I've gotten for some of my clients. I've linked that video. I've linked my Calendly too if you want to work with me. For those of you subscribed, thank you very much. Please subscribe if not already. And feel free to comment and stuff and like it. It helps the algorithm, allegedly. And let me know what you think of this, any of your thoughts yourself, if anything resonated. Till next time, guys. Thanks.